Yes, finally, motherfucker. What a motherfucking race. Alright, in the pocket. Hey guys, welcome to another episode in a deep playthrough of Need for Speed 2015, or actually 2016 for the PC version, I think. God damn it, this one was again ridiculously frustrating. It is just a driving model. It is so inconsistent. It is. If you are exiting a slide, you often lose control or even exiting a steering input. The game just becomes unresponsive for a second or something. And then if you're in a corner, that basically means you cannot correct mid-corner. So if you do steering input mid-corner, oh, you're going a bit too sharp, then you lose steering input and you want to again apply steering input, just a little correction. Doesn't work, because after the first steering input, if you go back to straight on, then the next steering input will not register for a second or so. The car just goes on auto drive. Just often it goes wide or straight on, regardless of your subsequent steering inputs, and that is so frustrating. Sometimes there are some corners where, or not even corners, even in the same corner where normally you can drift, sometimes the drift doesn't initiate. There are so many annoyances with the driving model. For the rest, the vibe of the game, as I said, look at the skybox over there in the distance. The whole vibe, the graphics, the sounds, the cars, it is all amazing, but it is just a driving model that totally lets it down. And if you're like doing like easy events, then probably you don't even really notice it that much. But if you're doing prestige mode, where you have to have all the accuracy available, because it is just incredibly hard, the targets, yeah, then it becomes so frustrating. I think this one took me, there were two footages that I deleted already, but yeah, I could very quickly see how long. Let's say that was an hour and a half or 2 hours that I deleted. I'm gonna quickly go to desktop to see how much discard or the earlier footages recordings I have, including this one, and then see how long this one took me. I think 7 hours or something. I will be back in a sec. Alright, so I have like 5 hours of footages, and also why are it all separate footages instead of recordings, instead of just one long one? One, because it is just only me just failing, but what made this specific race even more annoying is that it often at the top of the hill, or at the end of the race, when you enter that I don't know, that recreational area where you can get like a restaurant, etc. at the top of the hill. The game often crashed over there. So then also the recording crashed. So that really didn't make this one any better. Ah, there's Amy. But I had like, pretty sure 5 hours of footage on the hard drive, plus I think 2 hours that I already deleted from the hard drive, or maybe an hour and a half. Yeah, I don't know how long this episode now is, half an hour maybe. So I think this one took me 7 hours. So it is not the longest that I've been doing events for. I had multiple events that took more than 10 hours. But yeah, this one really, I found this one really annoying somehow. just a driving model. If the driving model would be consistent, you could literally cut the time it takes in half. And of course in this game, I mean I do like that, that's just like street racing. But it's also so incredibly RNG. Whether there will be an oncomer that will be totally your driving line and just screws up your run. It's just really a little bit too much. Wow, wow, wow. What a lag. Slippery when wet or frosty. Alright, but yeah, happy that it worked. But god damn it. I've been now at it for, I don't know, 30, 40 hours. And we only did 8 prestige events. It really is pretty hard. I'm now just driving around a bit randomly for possible collectibles. But I think already checked out this area quite well. I don't think there will be collectibles here, but yeah, you never know. There's one over here, but I already did this one. But yeah, again, the game is amazing. Everything. But it's just a driving model that lacks so much polish. If you're really on the edge, if you really need to be accurate, then it has a mind of its own. I really think from all the attempts that you have to go through to get these hard events, these prestige events, of course it's also about learning the track and where do you go full throttle, where do you lift off, where do you need to brake hard. But so yeah, then you will make your own mistakes. So let's say that is maybe 30-40%. I think the remaining 60-70% is just either being screwed over by the driving model, like you do a mid-corner correction and the game just is unresponsive for a second and then you hit the wall and you lose too much time and you have to start over, or it is just RNG. Like the AI smashing into you, oncoming cars in your driving line. So it is maybe not 70%, but at least I think at least it's 50-50. And that is what makes it really, really frustrating. It just feels, yeah, you learn to work around it, but I'm really like more struggling with the driving model than with the objective, the race itself, so to say. And that should not be the case. That like, for 50% of my attention, my focus is just on thinking what the driving model may do weirdly and anticipating on that. And then the other 50% is actually focused on what you would normally have 100% focus on, the actual driving line and being as fast as possible. And that is just, yeah, really a pity. But anywho, it is in the pocket. It is already 8 o'clock Sunday evening, so I still have to do some stuff. Cannot do much more than this, but in the next episodes we will be continuing. We did all the spike events now. So we will be doing, I don't know what this is, yellow. Is that Amy or is that Robin? I have no idea. But yeah, this will be drifting. This is going to be terrible. Oh, this is Manu, I think. Terrible. And for drifting, we also need a different car. Let's already get that car. Man, there's going to be so much more frustration probably. Fucking hell. These drift events, especially drift races, where you get smashed from left and right, where you have to stay, the drift trains, where you have to stay within the group to get a multiplier. But within the group means you will get smashed left and right, so the RNG will be off the charts there. Fucking hell. Right, I do think I already upgraded it. This is... no, I did not. Fucking hell, I thought I did. What the hell? Alright, apparently I didn't upgrade it. I wonder if I have enough money to upgrade it. Yeah, we have 1 million. More than 1 million. Oh my god, the game is crashing again. I don't know. It feels so, it is because of that always online functionality. It feels all so messy. Or not messy, but unstable. Sometimes it's just laggy. It is. And I understand what they were going for, but it just needs that tiny bit more fluidity and stability. It doesn't even get that much more horsepower. Alright, forced induction is always super convoluted. I find there are way too many options and the difference between them is totally unintuitive. Sometimes more expensive options are less powerful. Here, so we have 5, 6, 7, 8 options. It's crazy. All right, so we're not going to take a supercharger probably. We will take a turbocharger. But then the question really is like, why are there, let's say, 4 superchargers, 4 turbos? So here, so we do 213, 893, 981. Alright, so this one is better, I guess. But these, here, this is what I mean. So you have this one. This one is 300 quicker on the 1/4 mile. That's the only difference. 2 Newton meter torque. It has less, but it is quicker. So that makes no sense. Now, and then we go to this one, and this one is again more to the right. So it is not the B, but the C. And this one is again slower. It is so weird. So this one is quicker. Yeah, so this one is the quickest so far, the D. And then you have the E, which is slower. Man, fuck this shit. So we have the D, and then we have also the F, which is exactly the same. So yeah, why all these options if there is no significant difference or the difference is unintuitive? Why, game? And then we also have a G. Fuck this shit. And the G is way slower and it's all the way to the right. So E and F are the quickest, or D and E, I guess. Yeah, it is so incredibly such a weird convoluted setup with the turbochargers that it takes way too much time to compare, and there's it's no significant difference, or the difference is unintuitive. But yeah, apparently the reason why we have to take this car is apparently just like the old Porsche is for the speed events the quickest car in the game. For prestige mode you need to take the Huracan, which apparently is the best drift car. Don't ask me why. I don't really like Huracans or any modern post 2010 Lamborghini for that matter. Although the Huracan maybe, or what did you have before the Huracan? The Gallardo. It's basically the same like the smaller Lamborghini. I really don't like them that much. I mean, I would not say no to them if somebody offered one. But still, but yeah, it is apparently the meta car for drift events. So this is what we will be taking. But that will be in the next episode. Guys, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you there. For the meantime, don't forget, always do keep on gaming. Later.